of the Big League Center. It is Youngstown State University women's basketball. The Detroit Titans in town. Detroit checking in at 8-16, 4-9 in Horizon League play. As for Youngstown State, they are 2-21, still winless in league play. 0-12. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for the visitors from Detroit: Samora Davis, Chanika Hall, Bridget Mulroy are the guards. Underneath, it's Sandi Brown averaging 12 points, and Talisha Washington underneath low post, and Nordy turns it over. And that's the third turnover for Youngstown State. So Detroit will have it. However, turnovers have been fewer, and that's something that Coach Martin can be pleased with here in the second half of the season, as Sandi Brown spins and shoots and gets the shot to fall, and there's a foul call to go along with it. We'll finish the point that the Penguins have been taking care of the basketball, averaging 19.6 turnovers over the last 14. And the Penguins averaging 24, almost 25 turnovers during their first 9 ball games, and so that's an area of improvement, but still hasn't led to any wins whatsoever, as Sandi Brown will step to the free throw line, averaging 12 points, 7 rebounds. She puts it up and she puts it in. And the Titans reclaim the lead at 8-7 at the 13:49 mark. Jaquetta Wesley will bring it up the floor. Detroit using some three-quarters court press. Here is Nordy, still yet to get it across the time stripe. Nordy, bounce pass, turns it over, steal by Mulroy. Line, lane, Jaleesa Trussell puts it up, puts it in.
You know, it seems teams really get on YSU early in the games by full court pressing them, and YSU just seems to have trouble getting the ball across the time stripe, and once they do, they only have 10 or so seconds left to actually have a good shot to score.
Underneath, Ashley Pendleton loses the ball out of bounds, and evidence of what you just said came in this first meeting between these two teams. Detroit using runs of 11-0 and 19-1 in the first half back in January, en route to a 73-50 win over Youngstown State. Ball is into Macy Nordy. Nordy underneath, low post. Ashley Pendleton puts it up, walked with the basketball, and that is now 5 Penguin turnovers.
The girls, both sides, seem to be having a little bit of happy feet tonight. Case of the happy feet. They seem to maybe be too excited when they touch the ball and move their feet a little quicker than they really think they are.
For Youngstown State, a lot of that has to do with some of that pressure that we just talked about, and so Detroit will bring it up the floor. This is Jaleesa Jones, another young freshman from Detroit. Sandi Brown near side in the corner, bouncing it right of the lane. Here is Jaleesa Trussell, puts it up, and the ball ends up in the hands of Macy Nordy. Nordy trying to push it up the floor, and Nordy will allow her teammates to catch up. Macy Nordy, near side left wing to Kelsey Gerganis, who's checked back into the ball game. Into the corner, Wesley for 3. That one was partially blocked. Loose ball is picked up by Detroit, and it's into the hands of Jaleesa Jones. Here come the Titans. Lauren Allen. Allen to the line. Allen to the lane. Great look underneath. Shot up, shot in for Jaleesa Trussell.
That was a very good example of Lauren Allen seeing where her teammates are in the court and seeing Jones cut through that lane for the open shot.
This is a much more disciplined Detroit team that we're used to seeing. This team was in disarray a season ago, but the new coaching staff has done a tremendous job, as Kenya Middlebrooks takes it to the basket and draws the foul. 1997, then was an assistant coach at Green Bay, and is now back at her alma mater, helping to turn things around. Penguins with the basketball out of that timeout. It is Macy Nordy. Nordy near side on the left wing. She takes it back over onto the right side. Nordy looking for Monique Godfrey. She bounces it right to the lane. Godfrey into the paint. Bounce pass to Middlebrooks. Line, lane. Ball stripped free. Middlebrooks on the floor. Loose. Jump ball. It'll go to Detroit.
YSU has to make sure that they control the ball on their end of the court in order to get a solid, good shot off. They can't be out of control and hope to get off a good shot and keep possession of the basketball.
I think something else Cindy Martin would like to see is the Titans have the ball. I think she'd like to see some of those freshman errors that have been made through the course of the season start to disappear. These aren't freshmen anymore. They're near being sophomores, having played in quite a few games so far this season. And the ball is knocked out of bounds. It's time now for some of these youngsters to start to really improve their game and use that experience that they've gained to try and improve themselves.
That's right. Enough playing experience, and like you said, they're not freshmen anymore. Considering how much they've played so far this year, they have to start cutting down on those simple little mistakes.
Gerganis for three. That one skimmed the iron. Loose ball, and the rebound comes down to Jaleesa Trussell. Jaleesa Jones will bring it up the floor, right down the center of the lane, right low block, dishes off towards Brown. Loose ball. Detroit comes up with it. And this is Jaleesa Trussell outside to Lauren Allen. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Near side of the corner, Jaleesa Jones dishes into the corner. Sandi Brown faces up, shoots and hits. Sandi Brown now with 5, and it's a 7-point lead for Detroit.
YSU is playing a zone defense down low, and they do have some mismatches, so they have to make sure when Sandi Brown comes out on the wing or even on the baseline, they have to come out and cover her because she can knock down just about any shot around the key.
Penguins turn it over. The longest losing streak in school history. More on that in just a bit, and it's a really interesting story as Sandi Brown hoists one up. Rebound underneath, shot off the bottom of the iron. And it will not go, but a foul is called on Youngstown State. It'll be team foul number 3. And that'll be Kenya Middlebrooks picking up number 2. Lost tonight will put them in the record books in a place they don't want to be. Nordy triggers over the backboard and out of bounds. And it is going to be Detroit ball at the 9:56 mark. Titans up 16-7.
You know, Coach Cindy Martin, when she originally came in here, she said she wanted to reshape the culture of this Youngstown State women's basketball team, and it really looks like she has her work cut out for her if she hopes to do that.
Penguins come up with a slot. This is Kamisha Alexander spinning in the paint, putting it up and in. Kamisha Alexander, her first 2. It's 16-9 Detroit. Titans with the ball. Penguins come up with a rip away. And it is Monique Godfrey bringing it across the time stripe. Godfrey getting some playing time after battling that right knee injury. Godfrey penetrating, trying to dish off into the corner. And her pass is intercepted. 8th turnover on Youngstown State. This is Jaleesa Trussell missing everything. Rebound Ashley Pendleton, her first of the ball game. So Detroit leading this one 16-9. Kelsey Gerganis, the senior from Indianapolis. Eyeing up that 3 ball, won't take it. Here's Macy Nordy looking underneath. Pendleton puts it up and in.
Very nice use of left hand for Ashley Pendleton. She saw that the defense was hard on her right side. There was no way she could put that up with her right hand. So she took advantage and laid it up with her left instead.
And the Penguins have climbed to within 5. Near side corner for 3. Nope. Ball tipped up into the air. Whistle, foul called. Macy Nordy drew it. And committing the foul was Jaleesa Jones going over the back. Couple of freshmen banging underneath. Fighting for that rebound, and that's the first on Jaleesa Jones. And